Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone out there? Happy Valentine's. Happy Valentine's Day. Are you in love? Are you loving yourself more today? Are you enjoying art today? So it's all red and Valentine colors, and I'm so excited and so honored because we have an incredible interview prepared for you. But before we get there, I want to share some announcements here. And I am going to turn the music down. Let's see. I just love music. Who doesn't, right? So what are you planning today in Valentine's? It is sometimes a dramatic. It could be a dramatic holiday for some. Don't let it be. Don't let it be. And this year we have some incredible music inspiring you all. I'm not gonna say which one, but it talks about flowers and give yourself flowers and love yourself more than anybody else. And I think that's our inspiration for this year's Valentine. I am really excited and inspired about that song because it inspires us all. Even if you have a couple, even if you have somebody that is there with you, isn't it incredible to know that you can love yourself more than anyone else? So discover that and practice it today on Valentine's. Practice it today. So for those who don't know me and have never seen this face or this show, this is the Art2 International show on YouTube. And I am Viviana Puello, CEO of ArtTour International Magazine, the go-to international multimedia platform for artists worldwide. We have a magazine, a television show, a TV network, and we are dedicated to helping artists express themselves, share their message, and thrive doing what they love while they make this world an incredible and beautiful place. And I'm gonna check here, producing. So, guys, bear with me. I see Gustav, our start of the week here. I don't see a camera, so I think he's having trouble with the camera. So we're gonna give him a few minutes here to check his camera. But let me show you real quick before we go there. This is the ArtTour International new issue. If you have not seen it, go to www.art2international.com. Let me put that on the screen. And you can check out an incredible selection of artists that was published in our anniversary issue. 12 years of ArtTour International. Yay! 12 years, guys. 12 years creating this incredible platform, publishing artists, interviewing them, broadcasting them. So this is the new issue. Check it out. It's on our website. And I'm going to show you here who we are interviewing. And he is our start of the week, Gustavs Filipsons. And I'm gonna wait a few minutes here before we go there because I wanna. Oh, there he is. Alrighty, without further ado, here he is. Our start of the week, Gustavs Filipsons.
I checked everything.
Yay, our bright and shining star.
Hello, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day too. Yes, for everyone over there. Yeah.
How are you, Gustav? How are you?
Thank you. A bit cold in here. Northern Hemisphere.
I am in the southern part of it, and I am in Cartagena, Colombia, so that you know. Oh my goodness, should I get you jealous and show you just real quick? Would you mind if I show you where I am real quick?
Right. Okay.
It's gonna take only a few seconds. Here it is. Okay, are you jealous?
Fantastic, fantastic views. So,
I couldn't,
inspiring and warmer now, much warmer already.
I couldn't resist the temptation. So we have that clip from Cartagena, and that's where I've been working from here for the first 2 months of the year, almost getting ready to go back to New York and going back to the office, to the cold weather where you are now. You're in cold weather. So tell me about you. This is all about you, Gustav. I'm so honored to have you. We are showcasing your works. And by the way, guys, if you're in New York, go to Grimandi Gallery. We're showcasing Gustav's works at the Grimandi Gallery. He's had such an incredible feedback from the public. We're so honored, so happy to have
Thank
you.
you. It's really
Tell us,
touching
tell
to
us
hear.
about yourself. Like how did you start in this journey of being an artist?
Yes, yes. It was a bit. Let's say it was a bit painful from the very start. Painful because somehow I didn't see the chances or opportunities to become an artist first hand. But my journey started when I applied to the local, let's say, university, Academy of Latvia, painting department, but before this, I already knew what path I am going to take, like an abstract painter and the one who is willing to channel my inner experiences, my visions, my encounters with the astral spheres, let's say, if you wish. So there had been much struggle to, let's say, really to convey my art to like an abstract form. I really encountered, let's say, some kind of neglecting my works, and that was a bit painful. Yes, really, because the tradition here in my state, where I studied, is more like a social realism to my mind, and that is, of course, it's not in a way anymore today, but there are roots underneath, and the things that abstract manner doesn't appeal most of part of people over there. That's my opinion, of course. But if to say, if I have to say how my path as an artist started, I think that started when I realized I need to express myself through let's say through pictorial scene, like canvas, like okay, like something I want to show something, and that feeling I think originated further actions. But the real thing is that I really, for almost 30 years or more, I have been seeing visions in my dreams. I have been practicing also those so-called conscious dreaming, and really met much stuff over there. And that made me clear that we are much more than we imagined us to be, and at least what I was told and what I was taught when I was a child, and what literature or what knowledge I could gain, there was no place of that sort of things like God or spiritual gardens or devil. That was a bit really far away from any experience, like so conscious. Of course, I was brought up in a social union where there was no such thing allowed to speak about, but okay. That is in principle. Okay.
So there is so much that sparked my curiosity when you were speaking, and I'm gonna have to go in parts because this like derive different questions. One is, how do you overcome? I was, well, I've been born, I was born in Colombia. I grew up between Colombia and went to New York really early. And as an artist, it was very open, uh, abstract expressionism, the abstract form is very welcoming in New York, right? And I had not thought about how challenging it could have been for artists coming from Europe, from other countries where realism, and still in some countries, right?
Right.
It's kind of the dominant figure in the art industry. How do you, and I ask you this because there's more, I'm pretty sure there's more artists in that situation.
There are.
How did you overcome this? Because your work is so strong. You were able to develop your own technique. How do you overcome not going with the current and probably being criticized, or who
Yes.
knows?
I don't even exist in my country. They even don't. There is a kind of thing that I counted this. It was about 10 years ago. There was a show with my fellow artists in Luxembourg, and really we got a coverage in a local newspaper, let's say the main newspaper, and they were told that this is art from the Baltics and a new expressionism and new waves and feelings and so styles and new. Let's say there is something fresh and what is needed to be seen and when I came back to my country and tried to put this message across, nobody interested in this. No one. You see,
Wow.
and even now, when I have come, I have just really, I labor hard. I work in construction sites like a real like a painter, actual painter with with those spackling knives in my arms and earn money and really to participate this those projects I have been doing already for many years now. When I realized actually I have no any other choice and that was very, I think, very good for me because I actually encountered this unwillingness and the way I need to be on myself. I think that is okay maybe, and of course many would say that is a normal state how man should be. But really, I thought my art was already at that time pretty good. I thought so. I think, and but really, to see that no one takes any interest at all. And even
It's
now, when I was asked, today I was asked, yesterday I was asked, they came in my studio here when I am now sitting, and I looked at my art and oh, they have been doing this. So they had been doing this for already many years before you were born, and you are like a fool. Yes, really, and
wow.
that's it. That's
I
okay. That's okay. But I overcome that. Really, I have come this. I am now. I'm looking at it with no feelings at all because I see it like a tendency, like a thinking, and anyone has its right to think like they wish, and
yes,
that cannot determine what I am doing and what I am thinking and what I am telling now. That cannot determine it.
yes,
And so I'm glad to express myself now to you. That's not, there is no pain in my, I think, I hopefully not in my speaking. because I have really come to where I am now in my art, how I feel it, how I express. It's really this. There is a conversation between me and my art always, and I am like a. I think I'm a medium. In what I am conveying. You really, I don't care what others in that way think. Real, I like it when someone likes it what I do, and I would be alone if no one would like this. But in fact, those things that come from inside us and that are live, and that is our art, artist itself. This cannot be determined by people who say, "Ah, that's unworthy what you are doing." No, water that you have done this so many years and really put much energy in it, and they can come and just say that's nonsense. Then that's no problem. That is okay because
Yes.
I'm striving, and
Yes.
and and that is it.
I love that. I love to hear that. And it's something that I always say and share, not just to the audience, to the artists, to everybody, because when we dare to do something different from what everybody's doing around us, and this is what happens, it's like different countries have different tendencies. And when we dare to be different, we are challenged by our surroundings, by society, by culture. That's when I think that's when you are really creating, when you're following that instinct, like you are following your own guiding, sense, and just creating from there. I really appreciate that from you. I want to share your work, though. I want to share your work. So here he is for those who are watching. And if you go to our website, you're going to see more of his works, and you're going to see Gustav also interview here and learn more about the artist. There's so much to learn. I love your work. I love the sense of light and darkness, and there is so much depth in your work that I appreciate. I really love it. Let me hide this thingy here because it's taking. There we go. So if you guys go in here, you're going to read the whole interview. I was really inspired by your interview. It was very profound, and in a sense, it's blending, which I love, your spirituality with your art, and that I think it's the best that an artist can do, to express themselves completely and be completely open and just let it flow in the canvas. And that's what you do. You really do that, Gustav. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Vivian. I'm
Yeah,
really inspired with by what you are telling. So, yeah.
yes, this is beautiful. Tell us about your creative process.
Sorry,
Tell
pardon.
us a little bit about your creative process.
Creative process. Oh, okay. I'm, of course, I could be much more expressive and brutal in a way in my using those any kind of paints or even the material use could be much varied, and that's I am highly aware of that. But and I'm some kind of things I'm going to introduce more, and even it would become more laconic in a way, and more sketch like. I am doing much sketching work too, and here there are images I could do in a much more less substantial manner. But what I am painting over here, what you see behind me, in those paintings, I try to balance the expressivity, the expression, and the use of color, paints, layers, and between those two ways should not be too much and too less, to exactly portray the challenge, to convey the energy I try to channel. And then I put much more my intellectual mind. Let's say I'm controlling those vibrancies that are that are around here. But the reason I am not performing uh, more or less, and uh, trying to find more expressive materials and so on. This I'm using let's say very simple kind of techniques in a way. But the thing is, I'm really looking for those layers, one over another, until something really captures my real inner gut instinct, that I call. And when I see the structure really comes in place, and this inner logic really reveals itself. That is what I'm striving to in my artwork, and not the actual expression of new techniques or whatever. That is the other part I see in this work. I think the most vital point is to find the real vibe of what you are looking. And if you really think you have accomplished this, then that's done. That's done. Otherwise, it would be just looking for ways how to please those who seek, of course, those new techniques. But in one way, in my artwork, creation of artwork is this, like just making it out of nothing with just paint, canvas, and that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's where inspiration comes from. Actually, I think that's why you have been successful at accomplishing, at developing your own style, like very unique style. And that's where artists succeed, is instead of trying to follow a trend or follow a technique, just going, like you say, going with that inner. It's either intuition, right? Like very intuitive, and
That's correct. Correct. Yeah.
guiding there, and the technique is going to come. It's gonna happen, right? It's gonna
It's okay.
develop
I
if
think
you
maybe
follow.
their luck is lacking something. I that could be, but I'm still developing it, and that is also important. I'm not standing on one point, but
Right, right,
spot.
exactly.
Spot.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's so awesome. That's awesome to hear. You hear that, guys. Technique is secondary. It really is. Because when you look at a painting, the first thing you do is connect with it. Either you like it or not. You connect with it or not. You connect with the essence, the energy, the atmosphere, the artist's message. There's something, there's a vibe, like Gustav says. That's what connects us to that artwork. So if there's any artist watching, keep this in mind, guys. Don't stress too much about technique. That'll come. That'll come with the years and as you go. But then just let it
Naturally, it
out.
comes
Let
naturally.
it
It
out.
should come. No way. If you are
Yeah,
doing this stuff so many years, it should come.
it will, right? If
Certainly.
you're disciplined, if you're disciplined. Gustav, thank you so much for your time and for
Thank
being
you so much.
available for this interview. I'm really inspired, and I'm so honored that we have your works in New York at the Remandi Gallery.
Finally, they arrived.
Yes, yes,
And
I
they are
know.
there. That's a great accomplishment for me and for you too. So you
Yes,
managed this all. So,
yeah,
but from here, it's hard to get them there. It was a bit.
yes. We have them. They're in good hands. And for anyone in New York City, you can come to Grimandi Gallery. You can email me for more information if you want to, and we'll take you to Grimandi Gallery to check out Gustav's works. Thanks, Gustav. I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
I'll see
Thank
you
you,
next
Vivian. It's so
time. All
inspiring
right.
to hear you and see you. Okay, and
Yeah.
the audience too. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Yes. Thank you.
Have a wonderful Valentine's Day too. By the
Thank
way,
you. Thank you so
oh,
much.
it's all about love. It's all about love. Love
It
to
is all
art
about
too.
love. Love for yourself, love for others, love for humanity, right?
That's right.
Love.
Correct.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you
Bye.
very much.
Wow, that was inspiring. Wow, if that didn't inspire you, wow, I'm inspired. I'm touched by this artist. I love his wow, his resilience, his persistence to follow his dream, to follow his own technique, to create, to elevate his voice in the midst of adversity, because it is an adversity when you are being rejected just because you're being yourself in an environment that is used to something different. So I think Gustav gave us a very inspiring lesson for the day, and it's Valentine's Day. And I think this is how I started the broadcast, and this is how I'm going to finish it. Before that, I just want to tell you guys that I'm giving a present for Valentine's. And the present for Valentine's, I'm gonna give away a session of Q&As for any artist that wants to join us. In 2 weeks, we're gonna have that session. We'll let you know where it is. Email us and ask about it. You can ask anything about your career, your art, any questions you might have. It's free for everybody that wants to join and ask questions. But you're gonna have to send the questions ahead of time, so start emailing me. And again, I'm going to leave you with the message from Gustav. And it was the way I started this broadcast. And it's about loving yourself and connecting to love. It's all about love. It's Valentine's. It's a loving, loving, loving day. Love yourself. Teach the world to love you. Love yourself and expect to love how you wanted to receive it, and love others. Nothing like loving. And if you are an artist, love yourself, persist on your voice. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to shine because somebody else is not shining. What else can I say? Just love, 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 love yourself. And until I see you next time,